hopefully we are live with this and we're able to be are we live? Just a quick check here. Yeah, seems like we're good. Alright, so, hi. I'm Chris Pack. My hair is a mess, isn't it? Basically, I am, make sure this is... Are we having issues with the bit rate? Possibly. So, as if you're watching this, I'm on Twitch right now. I actually, for a while now, maybe for a couple of months, I've been wanting to, because working as an artist, I mean, knowing what's going on in your field or profession is good. Are we not? I'm planning on getting like better high-speed internet. So anyway, I've been wanting to. This is I kind of got the idea from watching Will and E off of YouTube with his what was it? This Week on the Internet. But as you know, an artist, like, because I'm doing this on Twitch for a couple of reasons, and one, I can like I found out yesterday, because today is, what's today? Today's the 8th. I'm like filming at like 10:30 p.m. right now. I did a stream last night, just kind of talking a little bit about whether, like, what kind of music I should be using, or music service for video production. And I realized from there, obviously you can have it set up where you can like have your, kind of like the gamers have the game and like their little face in the corner. I can do this with what I'm doing, and it will record it, you know, pretty much as I'm streaming it, and from there like straight upload to YouTube. So there's no like going in and having like edit and splice all that stuff. I can do it kind of like on the fly as I go, then like straight upload it almost like instantly, which is awesome. Because I was getting back to, like, I'm an artist, and like knowing your profession, what's going on is like good. So I'm doing this to have more regular content. I'm thinking weekly. I don't know. This is new, so I'm thinking weekly might be a good thing. Like, basically, I want to go in and see what's happening in the art world at large. Mainly, so I know what's happening. But if you happen to be curious yourself, you can kind of like tune in and see what's happening as well. I'm like, my plan is to go in and like kind of Google search, you know, maybe like fine art news and stuff like that, and like visit the different sites and go in and look at it and talk about it and stuff. So that's my plan. How exactly this is going to evolve, I'm not sure. Because I know right now the camera setup is like it's a 480p image I'm able to stream off of like a 1080 sensor. So down the road, hopefully that will be a little better. But I think we are going to get into it. So this is a cool thing. So let me adjust this. It's actually what I can do is where it's kind of like a square, if you will work. Square. I gotta stay in the center, don't I? Give myself a little bit of room here. And there we go. See, that's what I was talking about. Alright, now let's see what we got going on here. Also, I think I need like a dual monitor setup. I think that would be cool. Going in, like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this, even though I've kind of thought about it for a little bit. But also, I was getting back to, I was wanting to just be able to have kind of, you know, regular weekly content I can like upload. You can learn something. I'll learn something that will hopefully better help me in the situation, enlighten my own art making in some degree. And also, if I'm doing, you know, if I'm doing vlogs on YouTube, I want them to be more cinematic. Obviously, those take, you know, more time to edit. So I had the idea to do this, so it'd be kind of quicker, kind of a thing. Then also, as a possibility, I forgot to start recording. I don't know. We'll see how this one goes. That I contemplated, you know, everybody's like, you know, if you're doing something like make and create podcasts, and OBS is wanting to be. No, OBS is. Did it just cut out? Yeah, it's something to do with the bit rate. I mean, still streaming. I mean, I am recording too, so I can just take the straight recording if I wanted to. But I know with the video itself, it doesn't even like upload it. Just I did it last night. Anyway, let's get into it. Hopefully this will work. Make sure I'm still in frame pretty good. Alright. So NPR maybe. I don't know about HuffPost. ArtDaily.org, the first art newspaper on the net. Let's take a click at that. So basically my idea is just to go in and Google stuff and look at it and read it. So see how well this goes. And let's see how well my internet will work while I'm streaming as well. I'm thinking more, I don't know if I want to do I think I want to do more of the contemporary art. See, I kind of did this one time and it seemed to the New York Times. Let's see what they have. And I was kind of playing around doing this one time and I had something like an interesting article that came up. And I was doing it and it seemed like an interesting thing. But of course I didn't do that one. I think I've seen this somewhere else too. Let's take a peek at this. Art Dealers Alliance cancels its New York fair. Because if you don't know, like if you make art like fairs, if you like get on that circuit or you do art fairs, you can make pretty good money. There was one time I did like a Saturday art sale fair. You know, I set up from I was there for like a total of 5 hours. I made like $1,300 selling a couple of paintings. So if you get into, I know some people will spend they'll spend like the 6 months during the winter like just creating a bunch of art. Then they'll spend like the 6 months during the summer touring, I guess, if you want to call it that. and they like if they budget correctly and they sell, obviously, then they are able to make a living that way. Let's see. The New Art Dealers Alliance, or NADA, announced on Wednesday that it would cancel its annual New York Art Fair, one of the many in a crowded scene that flares up each March around the Armory Show at the Piers and opened a new gallery outside the city. Showcase for emerging talent and trailblazers for over 15 years. They're still doing the major fair in Miami that will return in December. In addition, NADA said that it plans to open a gallery space for its own exhibitions with works from its members' galleries. They did not specify where. It didn't immediately respond to an interview request. Producing alternative models for the public to engage with contemporary art has always been central to NADA's mission, Heather Hubbs, the organization's executive director, said in a statement. NADA's fair, which moved to West Soho in 2017, has been well established in New York. In March, it exhibited works from 100 galleries from 17 countries. It's faced increasing competition as small independent fairs with similar focus on contemporary art proliferated in recent years. Saying their location probably wasn't helpful. They're talking about they were downtown while the Armory Show was at the Piers. He said, referring to the Contemporary and Modern Art Fair held on Piers 92 and 94 closer to Midtown. See, I've never been to New York or New York City, which I should probably go visit, since that and LA or California seem to be kind of the so-called art centers in the U.S. Although I'm in like Columbus, Ohio, obviously I haven't been there, so I can't say. But it seems to have a decent art scene here, and a decent like underground music scene too, which is cool. Cause it's Columbus and surrounding areas like roughly 2 million. But I think New York and LA, I know they're much larger. Actually, let's look that up. City population. Honestly, is it close to 30 million, I believe? 8.5 million, okay. And Los Angeles is almost 4 million. So Los Angeles is like twice as many people as us. In Columbus, and New York's like over 4. Chicago's a little bit more than us. Chicago's a huge center too of art. Because usually you think East Coast would be New York, West Coast is like LA, maybe San Francisco. And kind of in the center you have Chicago. Don't they have like the Chicago Institute of Art? Yeah, Chicago's right on Lake Michigan too. Anyway, let's get back to this. When was this? This was put out today, right? August 8th, yeah, today. Why are they saying... It's also a time of year when it's not necessarily easy to get around town, he observed. They had more obstacles than they did in Miami Beach. Mr. Plummer added that NADA faces an uphill battle as a non-profit competing with for-profit art fairs. He called NADA fairs refreshing and a good counterbalance to behemoths like Art Basel. I think whenever a fair pulls back, it's an unfortunate thing, Mr. Plummer said. Mr. Plummer! So much sweat and love and tears go into it. And. Alright. So that's one. How's the stream going? Is it even going? It doesn't look like it's going. Anyway, I'm recording this through OBS, so I'll probably just upload that that may produce a cleaner image, although it's like higher upload times. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure this out. Let's get back in. See, I don't know if I should do 10-minute segments or do a huge thing, or if I really get into it, I can do like maybe once a week, like a huge like segment like live on Twitch like this. Then if I want to, I can cut it up in like 10-minute segments. I don't know. I'm figuring this out. I have no idea. Do I need to make my face smaller? I think that might help. Make it bigger. No, don't move that. That's not what I did. Alright. What we got here? More in art design. Curators of color. Yeah, okay. I think you should get the best person possible. What I think people ought to do, like jobs in general, is you shouldn't, if they're so worried about it, you shouldn't, when you're doing it, when you're submitting an application, your gender or your race or any of that shouldn't be on there. Then that way they can't say that, oh, because it's so and so this happened. Oh, top stories. Maybe that's what I was looking at. Naomi Beckwith promoted to senior curator at MCA Chicago. That was 12 hours ago. Here's another art festival thing. Exhibit by Middle Eastern woman artists celebrate quest to build peace. Let me click on this. See what this is about. Peace is cool. To build peace. The Vanderbilt Fine Arts Gallery is set to showcase the contemporary artwork of Middle Eastern women in an East-West peace-building exhibition beginning August 30th. I Am Middle Eastern Woman Artist and the Quest to Build Peace. Features the work of 31 premier Middle Eastern women artists from 12 countries, visually celebrating the pivotal contributions that women make to the enduring global quest for harmony and peace. The exhibition will be on view through October 10th. See, well, I guess this isn't. Because I'm wondering too if I turn this into like a podcast thing, if I should like just read the articles or like kind of go over the highlights. Once again, I'm trying this out. I do not know. Vanderbilt. Why is that Vanderbilt? Like the Vanderbilts. Is there a... Because originally I'm from North Carolina. Isn't Vanderbilt that huge mansion they have there? Vanderbilt University. If I do this, I'm probably going to go on tangents. Vanderbilt. Why is that? Where is that? Where is Vanderbilt? Nashville, Tennessee? Oh, that's definitely... I mean, it's close to North Carolina. Vanderbilt. The hell? What is... I know they're... Isn't that like a rich... Vanderbilt. No, not the university. I swear it's... Vanderbilt. Why does that sound familiar? Family? Vanderbilt. I know that's like... during the Gilded Age. Shipping Railroad. Vanderbilt houses. Dutch American. Anyway. Let's get back. Let me go ahead and finish reading this. This exhibition reflects the central role the visual arts can play in bridging world cultures, having this take form through the work of prominent Middle Eastern women artists, each confronting conventions with innovative, arresting art makes this exhibition especially relevant to our students and the greater university and Nashville communities. I guess if I kept would have reading, I would have found out. Said Joseph S. Mella, gallery director. Chancellor Nicholas S. Zeppos will make remarks at the opening reception scheduled from 5 to 7 p.m. Thursday, August 30th. The RV, was that Reverend? I don't know what RV is. Canon Paul Gordon, Chandler of Caravan, the nonprofit organization organizing the exhibit, and participating artists, Jesus, Sheikha Loa Al Khalifa, like Wiz Khalifa, of the Kingdom of Bahrain also will attend. In addition to the opening event, a panel discussion is set for Wednesday, September 12th in the Fine Arts Gallery Lecture Hall in conjunction with the Faith and Culture Center. Specific details will be announced on the Fine Arts Gallery website and university calendar. The Fine Arts Gallery is located in Cohen Memorial Hall, and that's just where it's at and all that stuff. And this is in Vanderbilt News. Let's see more fine art news. Maybe I'll just do this because I know Google. I mean, like Google's where everybody goes for everything now. What's this? Fine art without fines. I don't know how my live stream's doing. I think it's definitely an internet issue. But OBS is still going. So, we'll see. When I get done streaming, I can look at it and see if it is one video itself or I can split it into several different ones. But hell, I mean, depending on how much stuff comes out, I could do this every day. Wouldn't that be weird to like get on here, educate myself, possibly educate other people on current art, affair, news, daily, if there's that much stuff that comes out? I was thinking weekly, because maybe weekly would give you enough, but I mean, because fine arts is kind of a, you can call it a niche, right? There's not a ton of people doing, no, there's not a ton of fine arts news. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, let's do fine. Like, I'm very... Oh, what is this? Let's do this one. I want to get back to this one. Facebook censors Montreal Museum of Fine Arts ad featuring nude. And this came out... This is hyperallergenic. And this came out August 7th, which is yesterday. This week in art. Hell, this day in art. They're talking about everybody like I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast, which he's been doing it for. Did he say he started in 2010, 2012, somewhere around in there? But he's been doing it for a while. I know Gary Vaynerchuk's doing one. He's talking about like. So he's saying, especially if you're like in a profession like me as an artist trying to expand, to get more people to like view maybe my art, still putting out information for other people to consume. That I mean that would probably help. So yeah, mate, no. Well, no. Well, this came out 2 days ago. Facebook censors Montreal Museum of Fine Arts ad feature nude Picasso painting. Oh man. Let me see if we can get this whole... I bet I could just... Nope. So Picasso, Pablo Picasso was the one that ah, why is that escaping my mind right now? I know who he is. I know what he. Like I said, it's late. It's like close to 11 p.m. Ah, I know. Pablo Picasso. Ah, damn it. What's the It's not impressionism. It's after impressionism. Ah, 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 ah. Because it's talking about like you don't paint like each painting is a single instance in time, but he's wanting to do multiple instances in time. That's why they're kind of you can get like two sides of the face, like one viewing angle. Oh, come on. What is that called? Picasso subjects are often nude, but it's not likely they're trying to meddle in the U.S. presidential elections. Why censor them? Facebook. By Zachary Small. Woman at their toilette. Canes. This was in 1956. It's oil on canvas. Oh, this is gonna bug me. I know what it is. Pablo Picasso art stock. I know what it is. It's just Cubism. There we go. Jesus Christ, Cubism. Yeah, Cubism. Wrong with alongside Georges Braque. Then was it Surrealism came after? Because Dali was in the when did I say this one was? This was painted in '56. Maybe Dali was before him. Surrealism. Yeah, Surrealism was before. It was the 1920s. Well, no, because Cubism started like. When did Cubism start? Early 20th century art. So 1907. So it was before. Okay. So 1907 when Cubism approximately began. Surrealism began approximately 1920. There's like Dadaism, analytical cubism, post-impressionism, which if I had to give my painting style is probably closest to impressionism in the way it looks. So anyway, the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts was shocked last week when the advertising for its new blockbuster Picasso show was rejected by Facebook's censors because it featured a handful of nude subjects. What was meant to be the museum's summer blockbuster exhibition was somewhat stalled, forcing the museum to reach out directly to the social media behemoth for answers. Although Facebook's community, let me get you a little bit bigger, so maybe you can see it too. Is my face? We're still good. Okay. Make sure my face wasn't covering up the text or anything. Oh, my internet's crap. Whatever. Although Facebook's community guidelines allow users to post artworks featuring non-photographic nude figures, the algorithm that monitors content and reports it to human censors is notably fussy. In 2016, we reported hyperallergenic, I guess, when they say we. We reported that the company had censored a photo of Copenhagen's famous The Little Mermaid statue, which is ironically the Danish country's most photographed sculpture. And back in 2013, Hyperallergenic itself was Facebook censored for posting an article that included artist Kate Durbin's photo of a woman's exposed butt. Many artists have noted a similar issue with the algorithm that roves Instagram and subsidiary of Facebook. The company's guidelines for advertising are also actually stricter for posting content, explicitly banning adult content, including ads must not contain adult content. This includes nudity, depictions of people in explicit or suggestive positions, or activities that are overly suggestive or sexually provocative. Looking through the stipulations details, though, it's easy to see how things can get confusing for the censors. The first example of sexually suggestive content, that nudity or implied nudity, even if artistic or educational in nature, except for statues, would be banned. There's also a ban for what's called excessive nudity. Does that mean you have like three tits? What's excessive nudity? Like porno? With the notable exception being Michelangelo's famous early 16th century sculpture of David. A complete ban on images of women eating bananas, however. So it's saying you can't have sexually provocative, sexual activity you can't have. This image is sexual in nature for that, but that's fine. Outline of a dick? No. Sculpture of a dick? It's good. Key here is the guidelines' emphasis on sculpture as the exception to the rule, which disregards the vast array of other media that might include nudity for art's sake. It's getting late. I need to go to bed soon. The museum even tried switching the ad with different images 3 times, but each contained at least one breast and was therefore felled. What is this? Felled? F-E-L-L-E-D. Cut down, switch down. Oh, like they cut it down? Cool. By the Facebook algorithm. Recognizing the Picasso from the Montreal Museum's ads, Facebook algorithm even rejected another attempt by the museum to advertise their exhibition when they used an installation photo that had the nude painted distantly in the background. It's ridiculous. It's Picasso. Pascal Chasses, whatever, I don't know. Chasses, a museum spokesperson told CBC Montreal. It was funny for us, like unbelievable. The museum eventually complied to the social media company, which agreed that it would review its guidelines so that more paintings like Picasso's can pass the never nude scrutiny of their algorithm. Alright. Cool beans. So, I know there's this issue too, probably more with, if you want to say like artistic nudes in photography and stuff, that, I guess it could be equated out to, it's a lot easier to take a photo than it is to draw or paint. I know people are like, and it is, like, photography is like art, but you still have a lot of people out there that can, like, just, get a nude, let's say, get like a nude female, like the females in the say something similar to these this image. Then it's a lot easier if you're to photograph, like for somebody to photograph that and put that up. That would be a lot harder to pass off as something through social media. Like Instagram has a huge like censoring things than like Facebook and stuff too, as opposed to I'm curious too because I think I want to say I have uh where I did like live figure drawing of like female nudes because a lot of stuff I've been putting up on Instagram, which is Christopher Pack Art for my art one, is landscapes, and if it is figure drawings, it's more like just the portrait. I'm curious if I can get like images of like female breasts and stuff on there if they'll do anything. Because I think it's a lot easier for them to like shut down like photos, but if it is a drawing or a painting, especially if it's like close to like photorealistic, how they would handle that. I don't know. It is getting late. I do have to get up early in the morning to go to work in like 4 hours. So I probably should do this earlier. But I actually kind of, if I can, my big issue with like live streaming this is it seems to be my internet connection, I believe. So if I can get this sorted out here better, this may actually turn out to be better. But it is pretty late. I need to go to bed. I'm wanting to stream more often on Twitch here. I like it. I kind of want to do it on YouTube too, but I may just stream on Twitch, then put the videos on YouTube afterwards. I think that might be a good thing. I kind of want to. I have a Chris Pack Art like Facebook page. I want to. It's not even streaming at all now. It's recorded, but I kind of want to, because I kind of want to play with the various. I mean, you can stream on Facebook now. You can stream on YouTube. You can stream on Instagram. Obviously, Twitch here. I used to stream on like Periscope through Twitter back in the day. Actually, like when I was in the studio. Which a part of the reason I'm doing this is try to figure this out, like work out the kinks and stuff, and get it where I can actually stream while working in my studio, working probably on paintings, drawings, and stuff too. And just kind of like live stream while I'm in there. Pull the videos, make the time lapse, put that up on YouTube. But yeah, I'm trying to I know there are people that do it, but I think that maybe because a lot of people, it's kind of cliche, but a lot of people are like, oh, well, it took you like a little bit to draw that, a little bit to paint it. Why are you charging so much for it? But like for me, if I go through the process of having a finished, 8x12 like landscape painting. Let me go do this. I think we're done with the news sites for tonight. But it's warm in here. But if I have like a small painting and like someone's like, why does it cost so much? You don't realize like maybe the years and the tens of thousands of hours it took to develop that particular style. Even going to that specific painting, the cost of paint, I don't have it because I'm like not in the studio, but like some of those tubes of paint are like $50 a piece. The cost of paint, the cost of the painting surface, that stuff, the travel, like going out, taking 500 photos that day, whittling down to the one you want, going through, editing that photo, making it the way you want to, printing that out, putting it up, getting it to scale, actually painting. There's like this whole huge, I'm just talking about landscape painting for me personally. There's this whole huge elaborate process that goes on behind the scenes that people maybe wouldn't really know is happening or they think about. Tyson's back there snoring. But yeah, I think uh, I think now more and more you can you don't necessarily need the obviously having I don't know if I want to say having representation at a gallery is good or bad. I mean, it's obviously it'd be helpful, especially if you can have like solo shows and have that to like update your resume and CV and all that stuff. But nowadays, like I have like a shop through Etsy, which is under Christopher Pack, and like I can like I sold a painting the other day to it went out to Wisconsin. I've sold them to go to California. I've sent some to France and the UK. Like I can like be in my studio, create the painting. When it dries, oil paint takes long to dry. Photograph it, upload the photos, description, put a price, put it out to the internet. People can look. Obviously, the better your photos, the better enticing it is. And have that and sell it and ship it. And there's like no, you don't need an art gallery. I'm not saying we should get rid of art galleries. I mean, there's still a use for them, but like, if you want to create art and make a living off of it, you can definitely do that without an art gallery. So, I think I just basically want to like shed some light to this. I know other artists are doing it, but I don't know to what scale they're doing it and how well they're doing it. So, all right, yeah. I guess I need to like figure out little end cards and stuff too for this Twitch stuff. So, anybody wants to give me some advice on that, that'd be great. If you're seeing this on YouTube, which more than likely you are if you're watching this later, obviously. My Instagram is Christopher Pack Art. My Facebook is Chris Pack Art. My website is ChristopherPack.com. I have a Twitter, which is ChrisPack1986. What else? What else we got here? Twitch is Christopher Pack. I try to keep these consistent, but like somebody took Chris Pack and Christopher Pack on some of these, so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube is Christopher Pack. So yeah, I'm trying to get this more and more and more and more and more. So have a good day. Maybe I'll start making a podcast like this. It's something I think Gary Vee was talking about. There's a certain app where you can just, I think even with the app you can just like record it on your phone and just straight upload it. But yeah, I think that may be it. So I will catch you later. With the amount of stuff, I could probably do this a few times a week. I don't know about every day. Unless I like cut out like an hour section and do it. That might be interesting. So, alright, later. Peace. I'm going to stop this.